Schaum Green Book Lesson 6, starting on page 28, Myrtle the Turtle. So we had an F twice. Each time I had to put my finger 4 over the black key in order to play an F sharp. Right, next piece, Power Shovel, has a key signature with sharps, F sharps. It also has a new hand position for the left hand, shifting up 1, and it has quavers. A lot to think about in this piece. So we could count the first bar, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 1. As I've mentioned previously, try and accent the first note in the bar. It's going to give shape to the playing. The words help us here. Power. So we're going to accent the first syllable of power. The eagle. No finger numbers are written in here. So identify the first note, then think about jumps and steps. Counting is important there. Right, the circus. This introduces the tie. Tie turns 2 notes of the same letter into one long note. So the first tie we have here, it's a G that would normally be 3 beats long, and another G that would normally be 2 beats long. 3 plus 2 is 5. So that it's 1 long G, 5 beats long. I would actually count it though as 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, so as not to cause confusion. You wouldn't normally have 5, so I think of it as split into 3 and 2. So here goes. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, off. As with all the other pieces, an accent at the beginning of the bar helps to give shape to the music, just a little accent. And then with the very last tied note, remember you don't take it off on the 5th beat. It's got to be 5 beats and then take it off. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, off. Next one, a riddle, page 32. Counting is important here. The quavers are on beat 2 and then 2.5, you could say. Remember, the quavers each take you through to the next note twice as quickly as crotchets. So we got C, C, So some people find this really difficult. Sometimes it can help to count, to say all the ands for the whole bar. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. And in that case it would go like this. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Then once you've got used to that, you can maybe just say the ands where there's quavers. So 1, 2 and 3, 4. 1, 2 and 3, 4. Or you can skip straight to saying just the numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And carry on to the end now. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then finally you could work towards playing it a bit faster. That actually means that for the second line it doesn't really seem that fast. It's just when you've got quavers involved, like in the first line, it will be fast. But be ambitious with your piano playing. Try to get things as fast as you can. Be adventurous. Right, Donkey Party. We're back to 3 beats in a bar. We seem to alternate a lot in Schaum between 4 in a bar, 3 in a bar. Left hand is in a new position. This time we don't have the thumb on a C. We have the thumb on what I would call the first space down, the first main space note down, which is G. At this point I'll just mention briefly what I mean by space notes and line notes. So I think of the space notes as being whenever the blob is in any of the 4 spaces between the 5 lines, either in the right hand or the left hand. And I work from the middle to the outside. So in the right hand you got space notes going up, 1, 2, 3, 4 space notes. Left hand going down, 1, 2, 3, 4 space notes. And then there's 5 what I call line notes when you got the blob with the line going through it, the stave line. So in the right hand going up, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Left hand going down, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I call those the main space notes, the main line notes. There's other ones as well that are off the stave. So for example, middle C has its own little line, so it is kind of a line note, just not one of the main ones. And then D is a space note, but it's under just under the bottom line. So in the left hand here we've got the first space note down, second space note down, third space note down. We're playing them with fingers 1, 3 and 5. So here we go. And of course there's something else new here. There's both hands playing a note at the same time. In fact, it was sneaked in the last piece and I didn't think to mention it. But it's tricky here. We've got left hand with thumb, right hand with 3, and then we got the other way around. Left hand has 3, right hand has thumb, or 1. Takes a bit of getting used to. Really try and make sure you're playing the notes at exactly the same time. So that's one new thing. I think there was something else I was going to remember. I was going to say, oh yeah. So we're in yet another new hand position. Thing is, especially if you only learn one piece at a time, quite often you get comfortable with a hand position, and then you get confused by a new one, or even an old one that you've already had. So what I recommend is to go back to old pieces and try them again. Read them. Don't do them from memory. Read them. Read the bottom line so you're not cheating by looking at finger numbers. I think you should get used to chopping and changing between pieces with different hand positions, so you learn instinctively to read the notes, to see where the blobs, circles for minims and so on, circles for half notes and whole notes. But so you're reading the notes wherever they are and finding the appropriate fingers. Because playing by memory is a useful skill, but it can detract from your sight reading skills. In other words, your skills at actually reading the music and reading new music. And that's the end of the lesson.